appreciate you making the time to hop on.
No problem, bro.
Cool, cool. So I'm Breeze. This is the MMA Breeze. Today we have Jamahal Hill, UFC light heavyweight. He's got a fight coming up here with Paul Craig. How's everything feeling right now? How are you? How's preparation just in general?
I'm good. Everything's rolling. Everything's like it should be. Just ready to get in there and get it in.
I bet, man. I bet. Before we dive too much into that, just getting some background on you. I saw that you used to play basketball and that you gave up a chance to play in college. Is that correct? Did you ball back in the day?
Yeah. I used to hoop. Yeah, I was planning on going to college route, you know what I mean, and hooping and everything. But at the same time, I didn't have the notoriety and like the scope and everything that I wanted coming out. And then, you know, I was pretty much would have just been banking on that, you know, going into college or whatever. Like, you know what I mean, I would have been grinding from the ground, you know what I mean. I'd have been probably from the lowest totem pole on the college team or whatever. And then, which I felt like I could have done, but I think as a my dad and some of my mentors and things like that, and my mom, they always, what if that don't work? What's your fallback? And I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't have like a full ride scholarship. You know what I'm saying? It was like a partial. So rather than incur some debt and things like that, I figured I'd take some time off and figure out what it was that I really wanted to do. And that's when I found MMA.
Well, how long did you ball? Because, obviously you excelled pretty quickly with MMA, I mean, was it the same?
All my whole life.
Oh, really? Okay. Good deal.
My whole life. My sister down in Marion, Illinois, her team, they were like really big down there. My sister's gotten some championships and things like that. They had a pretty solid squad. So my sister was a hooper too. So
Hooping family.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. So, getting into the fighting, I've been speaking this week with a lot of guys that, were athletes before they got into martial arts. Seems like you haven't been in the grand scheme of things, you haven't been like in martial arts for like, 20 years, 10 years, lifelong practitioner. How'd you get into MMA and, what brought your eyes to it? I know you're a fan.
I started training in Jujitsu back when I was 18. I just turned 30.
Okay, so you've been doing martial arts for a long time.
Yeah. And not just that, like, like little things like growing up, I've always been into martial arts. Like growing up, I have uncles that was in the military. My dad was in the military. So, any little combat tricks and things like that, I was shown. I've spent my time like not in a boxing gym, but like we had, you get the gloves and shit, you throw down and get big ass group of people, y'all throw down.
But you've been into it forever.
Yeah, I've been fighting my whole life, bro. I done been. That's what I did growing up. We had a situation came with them hands. I was in there.
I like it, man. That's cool, man. So just a natural born fighter. I know I heard you talking in a recent interview, I think the one you posted today, about you've been doing jujitsu longer than you've been striking.
Yeah.
So when did you start?
In the gym. When I came in the gym, it was jujitsu. It was a jujitsu gym. The same jujitsu coach I have now. I've been with him, and then so a few months later, I linked up with my striking coach. So yeah, I've been doing jujitsu longer than I've been striking. If people actually did their research and they actually look back on my fights, because if you look back on YouTube, my amateur fights from 12 years ago, 10 years ago, are on there. And yeah, if you look back then, whenever the fight got hectic and shit, I just took him to the ground. I finished people on the ground.
Yeah, right on. I mean, well, like you said, there's the footage of your amateur days, but there's not a whole lot in your pro career of you doing much grappling exchanges. There's quick ones, but you're quick to get up to your feet whenever it gets to the ground. I know there's some mystique that comes with that. When guys are wondering, what am I going to be able to get off on this guy? And in different situations and positions. Do you enjoy having that mystique? Would you rather keep that alive as long as possible? Okay.
Yeah, I like it because it's like they think like everybody feels, oh, just get him to the ground, just grapple him. That's how you beat him. That's the secret to beat me. Good luck.
Until you've seen it happen. Hasn't happened yet.
I'm brutal, bro. I'm brutal standing. I'm even more brutal on the ground.
And that's what I was gonna say. We've seen you fight grapplers and we've seen you fight strikers, and it still yet, you seem to be
Whenever
able
I
to.
want.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you see with this fight with Paul Craig? Is it going to be different? Is it, everyone says your next fight's your hardest challenge. Do you think Paul Craig's your hardest challenge yet?
I believe so. I believe so. Just for the simple fact he has more game tape. He has more, more film and things like that. He's going against some high level dudes, not OSP has as well, but Paul Craig's a little, he's a little more in this fighting prime still, you know, and he's hungry, you know. So yeah, at this point, yeah, it's my biggest. I wouldn't say I'm not gonna say toughest because I haven't been in there, so I don't know. But I'll say biggest. It's the biggest fighter.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So I mean, when you're prepping for a guy like Paul Craig, and you talk about footage being out there, are you a type of guy? There's a lot of philosophies on, how people prep. Some people just go in and like to react and they don't like to overthink it. Do you string together an elaborate game plan for each guy and cater your approach, or you just kind of go out there and do your own thing?
No, I mean we put together a game plan, but the way we game plan, I feel is a little different. It's a little different. It leaves room for creativity. I don't just go in and just be like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stick to do this, just do this. No, we do go in free. I do go in free. I do go in flowing. You know what I mean? And take the fight how it comes. But I understand, but certain things, whenever he does certain things, certain attacks, certain things, we've already game plan for him. So whenever I see it, I know what to do.
Okay, so more of like, you're still willing to adapt to the fight, but you want to still know their
Yeah,
tendencies and what they're
yeah,
and how to handle those things as they come.
exactly.
Okay, cool, cool. And should you get past Paul, it's a game opponent, but I've heard you talk about Yuri in that fight, and talking about how you pretty much do the same kind of stuff he does. It's changing stance and moving or unorthodoxly, but you do it better. So talk about that matchup and why you're so intrigued to fight him.
Because I think it'll be a good matchup. I think it's one. I think it's one that the fans will love. I think it'll be one really good one, a really fun one for the hit. Just even the casual fans. You can't. Two guys going in there, flowing, throwing hands, throwing big shots. And just put it on a very skillful display. I think it would be that. But I feel I come out on top of that. I still feel I come out on top of that very dominantly because the things that he likes to do cater to the things that I do great, and I want to be able to really show my greatness. And I feel like that's a fight where I could truly, truly show my greatness.
Do you like fights like that where it's like, hey, this guy's just gonna stand up with you and leave it all out there and come at you that way, or do you enjoy the guys that are like kind of more dual threat or that bring that ground game approach to you?
Yeah, it really don't matter. Each one has their benefits. Like a guy standing up, I get to show. A guy that's gonna try to stand and bang with me, I get to show the true greatness of my stand up. And then the guy that goes in, well, the guy that comes in, he's probably okay here, there. I'm great everywhere. So then it just goes to show that, you know, it just, I get to show another level then.
Kind of cover all bases. Well,
Mhm.
he's obviously yours ranked really high right now. So I mean, you're busting your way up the rankings as well, but maybe you don't get that fight. Maybe you got to fight somebody else. Is there anybody else in mind that you would like to face after this, or anybody else that you've been watching that interests you?
Um, yeah, I feel like but to me, I feel like I should be able to call and get that fight, especially after a finish of Paul Craig, because that gives me twice as many finishes than my man's. That gives me twice. We both same amount of ranked opponents, and yeah, just a simple fact of just prove something, man. You beat like, don't get me wrong, Reyes is a beast, but Reyes is coming off a couple losses. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You're Volkan Ozdemir is at a point where I feel like there's a point in his career where he lost, he's won, and he was just still kind of figuring things. I'm undefeated. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure of myself. I'm sure of who I am. You know, you come in, you take out somebody like me. I feel like all right. Now that title shot really makes sense. I
It's,
mean, whether people may say like, oh, but you're ranked, you haven't fought anybody. It doesn't matter. I'm the only undefeated fighter at 205 within what, a 50, 100 spaces.
Mhm.
Like you would have to go out of the UFC deep into like the regional rankings to even find somebody else that's, you know what I mean, that's that.
Hmm. Hmm. And so, it reminds me of a situation, where Jon Jones was undefeated. He was coming in the UFC and, maybe wasn't ranked, or I couldn't say, but I don't believe he was ranked very high or he was the number one guy in everyone's eyes. But, things fell apart, events fell apart, and he got that shot at the title. In your situation where you're at with your career, like you said, you're undefeated. You're not scared to take these top guys. If something falls apart, blah blah blah, and then hey, they say, Jamal, we want you to fight for this title to save some event. Would you be ready for an opportunity like that, or are you still kind of happy with where you're at, climb the ranks, and you'll get there eventually?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ask for it, man. The most they can tell me is no. You know, they don't want it. They don't want to make that happen. Yeah, and then I'm gonna keep pushing to operate like I'm doing. You know,
Right.
the mission is still the same. You know,
And
eventually, if he plans on ruling and dominating and building a legacy, he gonna have to run into me eventually. You
hmm.
know, there's no way around it. I'm not going nowhere.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
so all these dudes, like that's why I told, like even before even this is probably the first call out that I even made. You know what I'm saying? Because this the one I truly want, and I feel like it'll really be a great one. You know what I mean? It'll really be a good fight. You
Yeah.
know, hold up, son. Dad's on the phone. Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
think it will too.
I really feel like it'll be a great one.
No doubt, no doubt. And how many times you thinking you want to fight this year? We're coming up at the halfway mark of the year, but I know, you're
Yeah, shit. I already wanted to be. I already fought. I wanted this to probably be going into my second fight now. I wanted to fight at least 4 times this year. You
Mhm,
know, shit, it could still happen. You know, some
mhm.
fights fall apart. You know, I'm gonna stay ready, and hopefully I can get some quick turnarounds.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully
But
you're not a guy who thinks like, hey, I need a camp, like I need to prepare for each guy, I need to give me 4 weeks for this guy, or so if they call you up on the spot, like, hey, a week in advance, you the type that says, hey,
yeah,
I'll
the
step
only thing about that is I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? So,
in.
so you know what I'm saying? When I be blowing and shit. So short
Hmm.
night, they kind of make that hard for sure. They kind of make short notice
Yeah,
fights a little hard. I'm
that happened.
so
I know what happened, and that's actually something I wanted to bring up to you, but I didn't know if I was going to touch on it. But
yeah.
something cool that just happened was in the Florida Athletic Commission. They just voted on removing marijuana from the list of banned substances. I think that was this month or last month. But you know, how do you
That's
feel
what's up.
about that? You think maybe you should start
That's
fighting in
what's
Florida
up.
more?
Shit. Hey, I just went down to Jacksonville. I was there for the fights in Jacksonville. You know, I enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
Shit, I
maybe.
like Florida. Who don't like Florida? You know, so
Maybe we'll
hey,
see you on the next
that's
Jacksonville
where I
card.
gotta pop up short notice at then. And get it cracking.
Everywhere else, don't call you. You gotta have a few weeks. Right on, right on.
That's
Well,
these commissions. They still trying to penny pinch out of people's pockets over some weak ass weed.
yeah, no, I don't understand how it's a performance enhancing drug.
It's not. They just found a way. It's just a way for them to rationalize
Yeah,
docking people's pay.
and I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's taken this long, but I'm glad to see it happening. It's
It's happening in Florida. We need to get that shit pushed through all these other commissions. Like the UFC, like it was good. It was a good start with the UFC and USADA removing it from the ban list and everything like that. But they weren't really tripping about it no way. You know, as long as you didn't do it in competition. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
yep.
so it
Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen a
man.
lot of people's fights. It's happened to you, but I've seen other people. Their fights just
That's
get
happened
turned
to a lot of
over, and
people.
yeah, no contest or
Like you got to
overturn,
think,
whatever.
bro. All right, this like how I wake up in the morning. I train, I come home, I refuel, take care of my body, and then I go back to training. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
this is every day counting. Like, you gotta watch how much you eat, you gotta count your carbs, all of that. That shit is tedious, man. Sometimes you need a way to relax, chill, and just, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Live,
No
man.
doubt.
Live, man. Shit. That's the biggest thing in camps. People get caught up in camps, you know, and it's just so you get caught up in this and shit. You still need to be able to live.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
what's the
saying?
difference between that and the salesman that's, making 100 calls and having a brew at 5 o'clock? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the same
And more
thing.
people, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. More people have died from alcohol than have died from weed.
Yeah, I think 100% more.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
nobody. Yeah, no,
I
it's
ain't never heard of nobody overdosing on weed.
no, it's coming around. The states are coming around. I'm in North Carolina. I don't think we'll see anything like that happen over here for a while. But it's my twin brothers out in Cali. They've been out there that way, but it's coming over to the East Coast a little bit too. So
Oh, it's legal here
yeah, I know. Yeah, not down here.
in Michigan. I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, you're one of the rarities on the East Coast. I mean, I just went and picked up a dog out in Chicago, and I had no idea it was rec out there until I got there. I was like, "What?" But it's
Yeah, I
yeah,
think they just caught on like maybe like the end of last year.
mm-hmm. It's, it's rolling already. I'll tell you that. So it's happening. It's coming around. So it's good to see. I think it's
Should be.
been a long time
You know
coming.
what I mean? Let people live their life, man.
Yeah,
You know, as long as they're not harming anybody, harming the world, or harming themselves for real like that,
mm,
let them do them, man.
nah, I'm glad to see at least.
Average person, because you gotta think of who the average smoker is. It's probably some, you got the old heads, the pops that get this man work 12 hours a day. He want to come home, unwind, smoke him a little something, eat a little something, and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You
It's
know
just your
what the
average
fuck
Joe.
is wrong with that? What the fuck is wrong with that?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, man. I ain't gonna
You know what I'm
argue
saying?
anything there.
It's not like potheads out here breaking in people's houses and shit to buy. You know what I mean, to get you know what I mean, to get the next high and shit like that.
No, they're all
It
on the
literally
couch.
got a bad rep just based off of shit. The government bringing fucking dope into the country.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a long time coming. It's been a problem for a while. I mean, the whole I don't want to get too political, but the whole Dare campaign
Right.
and everything there. But it's good to see. It's good to see. I mean, it's good for everybody. Taxes, government's making money.
Yeah.
It takes it off the black market. There's no crime going on there. It makes it safer for people to use. No spider eggs in the plants. So I can mean,
All type of things.
oh yeah, all around,
So
all
with so many pluses and so many and not a whole lot of negatives, maybe you might get the dumbass who can't handle himself, who gets high and decides to climb behind a wheel or some shit like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But for
What?
the most part, I think it checks more of the plus boxes than it does the negatives.
Absolutely, especially when you're talking about recovery, man. Like
You
with
know what I mean?
athletes,
Yeah.
that's been a huge revolutionary movement these last 10 years, and all the CBD products coming out. So it's good to see. It's good to see, man. People using
Hell
it in a
yeah. And
good
not to
way.
mention, food has never tasted better. Food never tastes better.
Oh, I bet, man. I bet.
You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
if you were in let's say you were in I don't know, one of these states right next to Michigan where it's not legal, would you how important is it to you to smoke and recover, and how important is it a part of your lifestyle to have that in your routine? Would you if it wasn't in Michigan, would you up and relocate to somewhere like Chicago or the West Coast so you could comfortably put that into your routine?
Um, I mean, I don't be real. I don't need nothing but my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah,
need weed. Weed is. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoy it, and it's something that what I mean. It does help me, like, what I mean, relax, unwind, and things like that. Recover a little bit and stuff like that. But I don't need it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
It's not
critical.
like, oh my God, my life won't be complete. But hell no, it ain't like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But do I want it? Absolutely.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You drink at all too, or no? More of an occasion type
Occasionally,
thing. Yeah,
sometimes, on
same here,
occasion.
brother. Same here.
I'm not as huge of a drinker like that. Nah.
So how much time do you have to give yourself to cut off smoking before fights?
I usually give myself about 4 or 5, sometimes 6, 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. And then you could start right after. You got to watch out for post-fight tests.
Nah, you gotta I think it's like an hour after competition. So I usually wait. You know. Usually after I stop, you know, I usually try to keep off of it. You know what I mean? Just so I can try to stay
Yeah,
fight ready.
no
And
doubt.
that shit usually don't last long. But
Yeah. No, it's always easier when you got momentum going to keep a habit, keep a good habit rolling. So, it's easy to fall out of the gym, but once you're in the gym, it's hard to fall out. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. I mean, it's hard to get started to get in the gym, but it's always easy to stay with it when you're motivated and making progress.
yeah,
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're excited to see you, man. How does it feel to have fans at this event, man?
it's gonna be dope, bro. It's gonna be lit. You know, I
Yeah.
remember the energy in Raleigh. And when I fought in Raleigh, it was
Mhm.
amazing. The people, the crowd was amazing. You
I
know,
almost
for
went
the
there,
most
man.
part, most of the fans that I interact with personally, they're great. You know, they just excited. They're appreciative of the work that you put in, and it makes you
Yeah,
feel good. You know, so I'm excited to have the crowd back there. Plus,
absolutely.
where it is, I got people down there. So you know,
Okay.
my brothers, my dad is down there.
They're all gonna be there?
It's gonna be almost like a little mini home thing for me.
All right, cool, man. That's awesome. So they're all gonna make it out to the fight?
Yeah.
All right, right on, man. I know there's a lot of big names on this card, man. How does that feel for you? Do you care about that stuff, or you enjoy fighting on a big
I mean,
star
it just
card?
means that there's more eyes on the card. You know, I like the
And you're on the
attention.
main card.
I like the attention that's being brought to the card. Like, and not only that, it's a good card. You know, I'm a fan. I want to see good fights. This
Mhm.
card is fucking stacked from top to
Yeah,
bottom. You
even
got
the
Matt the
prelims.
Steamroller Pravola in
Hmm.
the early on in the prelims. You got. I had to look at it because there's just so many names. Drew Dober. I love watching
Uh-huh.
him fight. You know,
Oh yeah.
you got the ladies throwing down Lauren Murphy and I
Mhm.
forget who it was that she's fighting. There's a few other fights that I've seen in there too that was just like, oh shit. And then you move on to the main card. You got me. Remember the name Bilal Muhammad, you know, the
Oh
dog.
yeah.
That man comes out, that boy come out to bang.
Oh yeah.
You got Nate Diaz, you know what I mean? You got Leon Edwards,
Yep.
Fig and Moreno,
Uh-huh.
Alessandro Vittori, like fucking fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, and I just spoke with last night. I spoke with Eryk Anders, who's on the prelims facing Darius
Oh
Stewart in
yeah,
that
that's what I was
rematch.
thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love your boy. I love
yeah, boy.
you.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
Fight,
a.
dog. That dude comes.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good
That
one,
dude
man.
comes to bang. He comes
Yeah,
to fucking bang, bro.
I
You know
enjoy
what I'm
he.
saying?
They're doing the rematch at 205, but obviously he would like to be at 185. Who do you got in that matchup? Him and Stewart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eryk
Yeah, yeah.
Andrews.
That's gonna be a good one, man. And I
It's just
have.
how it's like I was just like it's when he touches people, bro. It's like fuck. He
Uh,
feels hard.
no, for sure, man, for
I
sure.
actually thought I was gonna end up having to fight him eventually.
Yeah, now you probably you think you could ever make middleweight?
I last time I fought middleweight, I think I was 19.
19, you
No,
said?
I was 19 the last time I fought middleweight. Could I?
Body changes after that.
If the fight if the fight was right and it was something that like you know what I mean like an Alessandro double champ type fight,
Hmm.
I might push myself. I might be able to push myself to get there.
Yeah, okay, right on. How about heavyweight? You ever think you could take a heavyweight fight
Yeah,
in the
I
UFC?
fought
I
heavyweight
know
as a
you, yeah,
pro.
for sure, for sure. Would you be
And
interested in fighting a
yeah,
heavyweight in the UFC?
hell yeah. If I don't have to cut and shit, and lose no weight to get down, and
Yeah,
just come in full, healthy and you know what I mean, like that. Yeah, I'd do it.
yeah. I mean,
Hell yeah.
both weight
Yeah,
classes are exciting.
you think I ain't considered the triple champ? You think I
Hey,
ain't considered the
you
triple
be the
champ?
first one, man. You're undefeated. Nobody's tried you yet. So let's make it happen, man. That's
You
one
know
way
what
to
I'm
that's one
saying?
way to hit yourself in the history books. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you know, we'll see. We just keep seeing how things develop. Hey,
Uh-huh.
don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see Sweet Dreams with three straps, two on the shoulder, one around the waist.
All right. I won't be
That could be
surprised. You said it
anybody,
here
man.
first. Yeah, you said it on the MMA BREEZ show for the first time. You're gonna be the triple champ. Everyone heard it here, at least publicly. I mean, but it's crazy because on the main card, you're on the main card with all these studs, but then you look at the prelims, and man, that's better than a lot of the
Studs.
like studs on the main card. Like, I mean, like
I think it's
that.
studs on the prelims
That's what
too.
I'm saying. That's my point. It's like, damn. And then you look at the prelims, and you're like, all these guys could have made this could have been its own like main card
Could have been a
on
main
another
card
event.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
both the early prelims and the prelims could have been a main card. Just taking, but then you can take any one of the main card fights, and it could have been a main event.
I know. I know. It
You know
really
what I mean?
could
I
have.
feel like me and Paul Craig, especially with the fact that I just don't fucking like him. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that a little
Like,
bit.
what?
Yeah.
Me not liking
Yeah,
Paulisha?
there's been some banter, there's been some funny
Yeah,
back and forth.
yeah. Paulisha, she came at me wrong, man. She came at me very, very wrong and very, very disrespectful in my eyes. You know, with the whole even questioning the fact that, oh, did you even really have COVID? Are you fucking serious?
Oh.
You know where I'm from? You know what that's saying to me? I
Mhm.
mean, you might as well then he all out straight out called me a bitch. I don't
Mhm.
play that, bro. That'll get you fucked up where I'm from. And it's
Mhm.
gonna get him fucked up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He was already gonna get fucked up, but now you really gonna get fucked up.
All
You
right.
know what I'm saying? I don't play that shit. Like if he like looks like roles were reversed, I would have wished him well, speedy recovery.
Mhm.
My only thoughts would have been towards your health. You know what I'm saying?
Right
His
on.
playing role, oh, he pulled out, all this and that. That's some bitch shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's some bitch shit. And then not only that, that emboldened his little trolls and his fans and shit to coming in. They really committed to disrespect.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? My dislike for him is for him opening the door, but they really came with the disrespect. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? Calling me porch monkeys and all type of other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they done got real disrespectful.
Damn.
Like, and it's not all the Scottish people. Cause I have fans out in Scottish. I've had conversations with people from Scotland, and I really respect a lot of those people, a lot of them over there. But some of them
Yeah.
motherfuckers, bro,
Nah.
that's as far away from sweet dreams as possible.
I'm
You know what I'm
sorry. I'm
saying?
sorry to hear that, man. No, that's not cool at all, man. I mean, I don't even know how to touch on that. That's just beat. I'm
Ain't
sorry
no
to.
need to. Ain't no need to. We just ignore it. We just keep pushing. We ain't
Yeah.
stopping shit that we
I
doing.
bet. I bet that
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
sounds like it's fueling you though.
Bro.
Sounds like you know how to harness it though.
Oh yeah, man. It's just focus. It's just focus. It ain't no I have no rage. I have no rage towards it. It's just focus. I'm locked in. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
man.
And I demand results for myself.
Yeah, man. No, I don't like to hear that, man.
Decisive and brutal results.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good fight for sure. I mean, I knew it was personal with you guys, but I didn't know it got to levels like that.
Oh
So
yeah. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? To me, you know what I'm saying? He done seen the shit. All he do is like, you know what I mean? He liked the negative comments and shit towards me and shit like that. Not once as he came out and be like, oh yeah, shit, I don't condone this or that. None of that shit, bro. It's just he cool with whatever.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. He doesn't condemn it. Yeah, no doubt. That's
You know what I
beat.
mean? It's cool.
No, I hear you, man.
Cause I'm gonna be real. Me being who I am, cause I'm a real motherfucker. If some of my fans had came out and said some shit like that to one of my opponents, you wouldn't be claimed as one of my fans, bro.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't be my
wouldn't. I
fan anymore.
fuck no, dog. We have a
Yeah,
problem. I be and I said something to your ass.
a hundred
You know what I'm
percent,
saying?
man. A
But
100%.
again, you can't expect everybody to do things the way you would do them. You know what I'm saying? To be how
Yeah,
you would be. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I feel like he a bitch. You know what I mean? I feel like he a hoe. You know? I feel like he a punk. You know what I mean? He not a man to speak up for what's, you know what I mean, for what's right or what's real or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it
Have
is
you
what it
ever
is.
had a fight that felt this heavy personal to you?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah,
This isn't the
yeah.
heaviest you think?
Yeah, the last time the motherfucker left on the stretch, he didn't walk out the cage. And that's exactly what I planned for this fight. He didn't walk out that cage. He got carried out straight to the fucking hospital. You know what I mean? It was my third pro fight, I believe. When I fought this guy named William Vincent. He had one of his boys and shit. You know what I mean, I'm not gonna say the little fat bum ass motherfucker's name or nothing like that, but he was talking crazy, bro. Like just talking crazy. And Vincent himself didn't really, you know what I mean? Didn't really get off into what his boy, but he didn't condemn it. He just kind of laughed it off and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, you with this shit. You know what I mean? So whatever. I'm not fighting them. They're speaking for you. I'm not fighting them. I'm fighting you. So I'm gonna take what they said. I'm gonna take it out on your ass.
That's your
You know
team.
what I mean?
Nah, I hear you, man. So you felt like this before, and
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
it was all of that. I got video from the weigh-ins. We did a whole press conference and all of that shit. He let me. I let it be known. That's the same way if we got a press conference. When we do a press conference for this one. Oh, he gonna hear me. He gonna
yeah,
hear me. Oh,
yeah.
sweet dreams gonna speak.
All right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna make sure he know and feel the fact that all this work you putting in, like we agreed on this fight. I offered this fight in December. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So this has been months, bro. This has been
yeah.
months. So he been training for months, wasting his fucking time, wasting his time. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's all gonna come down to. Everything that you train for, everything you prep for, is gonna be wasting your fucking time.
Mhm, mhm. So
Because
for
you just not only because at the end of the day, I'm just better.
yeah, you think even if it goes to the ground, you think you got answers for him there that he just doesn't know about?
Bro. If it goes to the ground, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be what he thinks, bro.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's brutal down there. It's tough. It's tough being locked in, clenched up with sweet dreams. Trying to tell you, man, it get
I hear
real
you.
nasty. It get real nasty down there.
What so for you, ideally, if you could paint the outcome yourself to this fight, would you prefer it seems like you prefer to get that knockout and put him away in that manner rather than some sort of submission, crack him,
I
choke
mean,
him.
I ain't gonna say that. I'll take a submission too. My coach wants the sub. Coach
Okay.
wants the sub. I ain't gonna lie. Coach wants the sub.
All right. So maybe
You
do
know
it for
what I'm saying?
coach.
Yeah, coach want it. Coach want the sub. You know,
Uh,
because you know my head coach, that's my jujitsu coach. You know, and he knows like a lot of people know about my striking and shit. He's like, dude, these people don't know about your jujitsu. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants people to know. He wants people to know because he wants people to know what he's shown me. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? And it's still displayed in the fact of they can't get in the fact of I control the fight where I want it to go. You know, but he definitely wants it. And
yeah.
he knows I'm very, very capable of delivering it.
Right on. And I
So
know he'll probably obviously be in your corner, but who else do you plan to have in your corner this fight?
I got my coaches with me. I got my guys that's been rocking with me uh since the beginning.
Nothing
You
new.
know,
Nobody.
I got my striking coach Johnny Grigware, and then my no-gi instructor is also one of my main training partners, Justin Andrews. He'll be in there with me.
Okay. Who else are some of your main go-to training partners, or at least for this camp, have you been
Oh
getting
man,
support?
oh man, I'm locked in with my big dog Brett Martin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He actually fights Friday, the 29th. He was supposed to fight at first. He was supposed to fight the Chris Barnett guy who just fought against Ben Rothwell.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to fight him Saturday, but the UFC called. He pulled out of that, so they got him a new guy to fight. It don't really matter, bro. The
Cool.
UFC should have already called Big Dog. Big Dog has already beat dudes that are in the UFC. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Dominant. You know, I dropped the name Josh Parisian. He fought Josh Parisian right after Josh was on the Ultimate Fighter, and he subbed Josh in 90 seconds.
Oh, snap.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Still no
Yeah.
call. You know, big dog. He's a big boy. You know, his physique ain't maybe not may not be the most box office look and everything like that, but them skills is real. You know what I mean? He's 9-1.
Yeah.
He's nine. Yeah, he's 9-1-1. He's you know what I mean? He's been winning. He's been dominant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The guy
Got it.
the guy that just beat for Fabricio Werdum,
Yeah.
the tap guy, he
Mm-hmm.
fought him. He fought him and he was controlling the guy. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then
Yeah.
dude landed some illegal shots. Because
Uh,
Brett gonna get in your face. He gonna press you. He gonna keep coming after you. You know what I mean? He ended up him and the Dan James guy twice, 2 fights back to back with DQs due to them landing illegal shots.
oh
And
man.
I look at it like shit. That was frustration. That's just frustration from having to deal with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Huh. Well, I hope he gets. So
But
you said
yeah,
you think he'll get his shot soon in the
he need
UFC?
to. He
Yeah.
need to. He
And he
definitely should. You know, and he's in training with him has evolved my game. Brett's he was an All-American in high school, All-American. He was a state champion in high school
okay.
and All-American in college.
Where'd he
Wrestling.
go?
He went to MCC.
Okay, right on. Good deal. Who else you want to shout out in your camp you've been working with?
Man, I shout out all my guys. You know, we got my other jujitsu instructor, Jesse Shefton, our head instructor over everybody, Coiler Gracie.
Uh,
We got I got my young dogs that come in and put work with me. They're coming. You know, my young dog Jace Jones. I got my young guy Isaiah Thomas. They've just been in Jace has actually been in the striking system since he was 17. He's been with us since he was 17. We still need to add some things for the ground, round his game out a little bit better. Whenever he's able to come out, that boy is gonna be a star. We got another young guy. Damn, I forget what young boy's name is. He's about 17 now. He's 17 now. He's wrestling his game, his jujitsu's game, his hands are game. I can't wait to see him fight, see what he's gonna do. Yeah, man, we just got a bunch of guys that just go in and we just grind, man. You know, I got my guy Jordan McDonald. He's actually doing a boxing match the same night I'm fighting on the night of my fight. He's a pro MMA guy. He's coming along. He's coming along nicely. You know, got my cousin Michael Taylor. He just fought. You know, he made a terrible decision as far as what weight. Let people talk. Let some outside influence get in his head and fucked up his weight cut. And so his performance suffered a little bit, but he'll be back and he's steady growing. He's steady getting better.
all right, right
You know?
on. We'll definitely be keeping our eyes out of that circuit there and your team and keeping up to speed with y'all, man. I appreciate you taking the time. Look, I'll let you go. I know you spent a hot minute with me here. Thank you for hopping on. We'll be tuning into your fight and hopefully we can chat not far after the next victory.
Oh yeah, bro.